My name is Daniel Romero, a student of Pharmaceutical Engineering at the National Polytechnic Institute. The following work was carried out in collaboration with the University of Guanajuato. Getting into the subject, we will talk about the methods developed for the cellularization on the human amniotic membrane for its possible biomedical application. Decellularization is general analysis of the cell membrane using physical-chemical techniques, followed by cell separation of extracellular membrane components using enzymatic reaction and solubilization of the cell elements. During the protocols, the process inhibitors must be included and the temperature and pH must be controlled. To reduce contamination, it's common to include antibiotic solution and finally eliminate chemical residue from the tissue before recellularization. This method consists of a series of ways with different solutions in order to eliminate the percent of a cytotoxic effect and at the same time maintain the properties of the extracellular matrix. It is worth mentioning that these processes are carried out orderly, but the solution and the jointlets must meet this requirement. The first method consists of alkaline swelling and deflation with calcium hydroxide and ammonium sulfate. At the end of this wave, an enzymatic treatment is carried out with 0.04% and 0.02% DNase and RNase respectively for 2 hours under constant agitation at 37 degrees Celsius. The second method uh, is made in two states. The first stage is an enzymatic treatment with 0.1% benzene plus 0.25% ADTA at 37 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, and a second stage of enzymatic treatment with DNase and RNase under the same condition than the previous process. To aid the effectivity of the cellularization, the amount of residual DNA was measured for each method on compare. Likewise, to aid the effectiveness of the cellularization, the amount of residual DNA was measured for each method and compared. Likewise, the amount of sulfate glycosaminoglycans was evaluated in order to evaluate the loss of this as a marker of the loss of bioactivity components. After desalinization, hydrolysis was carried out, which consists of ADNA lyophylated tissue to hydrochloric acid added with 1% pepsin and kept under constant agitation for 7 days. This for the subsequent formation of hydrogels and the evaluation of the needs of polymerization by thermodynamics. In the case of the quantification of the residual DNA, an 80% decrease in DNA was obtained in the alkaline swelling deflation method plus nuclease, while the enzymatic methotrexate ADTase plus nuclease, the DNA was below the detection limit, even considered a decrease from around 95%. The alkaline swelling methods maintain an amount of residual gas of about 60%, while the enzymatic plus nuclease method for the crazy semi maintaining only about 10% gas in the decellularized tissue. Turbidimetry found the maximum galliolinking point for hydroxyl incubate at 37 degrees Celsius occurs after 50 minutes. After evaluation the two deceleration methods, it was found that treating method has a greater capacity to reduce residual DNA and sulfate glycosaminoglycan compared to the alkaline swelling method. However, a greater reduction of gas can maintain lower bioactivity as well as improve the mechanical properties of hand-derived material, SYNGEX, possibility influencing biological function. Regarding the polymerization of the hydrolytes, the polymerization then relation to the amount of protein in solution is variable. When constrained in the git work in the research work, it's concluded that the polymerization then depends on the amount of the protein in the solution. I see final comment. The great influence that decellularization methods have on the properties of material derived from extracellular matrix is related, and I use they keep receiving the Aryan tissue engineering and regenerative medicine in the put into perspective. Thank you for your time.